Hello YouTube and welcome to Warrior Camping. So today I'm back out camping tonight, boot fair tomorrow. So I've got one Tigris all loaded up ready to go, Tom's shoe loaded up ready to go, I've got a pot of rice in there, bit of rice, I've got some bacon, some sausages, barbecue sauce. So there you go, I've got bacon, sausages and some peppers and that in my pot, bit of onion, and I've got loads of food with me today because Jess was meant to be with me tonight. She was coming up to stay. She'd changed her shift because she works Sunday morning, so she changed her shift and she was coming out camping with me tonight and coming up to boot fair tomorrow. But at the last minute, whoever she'd swapped her shift with, they're not well, so she can't do it. So Jess has had to go into work, so I'm kind of geared up. I've got enough food with me this weekend for 2 people. So I shall be living it up like a king today and tomorrow because I've got a load of food with me. And there's no point carrying it home because I haven't got a cool box or nothing with me, so I might as well just eat it. So I shall have a pig out today. So today I'm just going to do the sausages, onions and all that, peppers, fry it all up like a stir fry, put a bit of barbecue sauce in it, and away I go. So I'm chopping up the onion first, just going to do it big chunks of onion, get them in the old pan, get them cooking down first. So this will be a nice one, this, easy one, all in one pan, apart from the rice. That's why I've got Tom's shoe loaded up, because I'm going to do myself a little pot of rice with it. And like tomorrow as well, Jess was meant to be up there. She still might come up. If she finishes work early, she might come and meet me up the boot fair. So tomorrow I've got liver and bacon, really, enough for 2 people. I was going to do liver and bacon. But she might not be up here, so I might be pigging out again tomorrow and having a massive plate full of liver and bacon. But hopefully she'll get out of work early and come and join me. She said if she finishes early, she's going to come up the boot fair. So I was all geared up this weekend for 2 people camping, because normally I'm up here on my own. So I've got a load of beers, I've got some Guinness, because that's what Jess drinks. Bought some Guinness in, I've got a load of crisps, some chocolate, yeah, I've got loads of stuff to eat. Box of strawberries, I've got all sorts to have a right pig out, but now she ain't coming up, so I'll have to eat it all. I've got some little crackers with me that I bought, some cheese, so I can have cheese and crackers, and I've even got my hip flask full up with rum, and I've got a few cans of Coke with me for a few rum and Coke, so I shall be living it up this weekend. I've got a ton of stuff with me. So I'm just chopping up the pepper, chucking that in the pan, so I've got red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper. So I've got 3 types of pepper. I'm just chopping it up, same again, I'm just cutting it into not massive chunks, smaller than the onion, but cutting it up into little bits and just throw it in the pan. So that's all my pepper chopped, the onion is chopped up, so let's fire up one Tigris, get everything cooking. So I'll get me lighter, away we go, let's fire up the old one Tigris. So it should light alright today. It's not that windy and it is quite warm today, so the old stove should go up pretty well, really. 1 Tigris, it normally lights good, this stove, so it should fire straight up, hopefully. Get it going now, that's gone really, that'll be away now. So it's got a few little twigs in there, there's no big chunks in there yet, there's just some paper and some little tiny twigs, just to get it going, and then I shall add some bigger twigs once it is fired into life. And that looks like it's gone out a bit. Need to get me lighter back in there. Get the old 1 Tigris fired up. That's a bit weird. Normally it fires straight up. It's probably because I put my pot straight on top and haven't given it a chance to breathe and get going. But I do it like this sometimes. It normally goes. Yeah, look, it's gone. It's just needed another click with a lighter. And also, because Jess was coming up here, I had the old Hibby tent by the front door ready to go, the Nature Hike Hibby, because I haven't even used it yet. And I thought, like, right, Jesse's coming up, 2 people, let's use the Hibby. I ain't used it yet, and it's like to be good. 2 people, we'll use that. Lovely big tent. So I had the Hibby sitting by the front door, all ready to go. And then this morning, Jess has like rung me and she's had to cancel. So she's all like gutted because she was looking forward to a bit of camping and then going up to boot fair. And she's bought a load of food and all. So she bought a load of stuff to tonight. We would have had a ton of food. So she's bought beers, food and everything. And then she can't go. She's gutted because she's got to go work. But she did say that if she finishes work a bit earlier, she might try and meet me up the boat fair. Or she might just come up here and have something to eat. Because like I said, I've got liver and bacon tomorrow, a load of it. So she might come up here and have her Sunday dinner. You never know. Depends what time she finishes work. Sometimes she don't finish till late. Sometimes she finishes quite early. So all depends on what happens with her and work. So I might not even see her tomorrow, or I might see her tomorrow. So yeah, I had the Nature Hike Hibby all ready to go by the front door, because I thought, as there's 2 of us, take the Hibby. Lovely big tent. It'd be nice with 2 of us. But then she cancelled, and I thought, oh, do I want to take the Hibby out on my own? I might save it till next time she's out. I thought, oh no, I don't really take that Hibby on my own. It's massive. So in the week on the channel, I had my Phoenix Freak tent up. So I've had that pitched this week out in the old garden. So that was still sitting there. And I looked at that and I thought, I'm on my own. I've got to take the Freak out. I ain't used it for a little while. So I am living it up this weekend. I have got a ton of food, a ton of drink, and a lovely old vintage Phoenix Freak tent. So I'm really going to enjoy myself tonight. Really am. It's going to be fantastic, the old Freak tent, because I haven't used it for ages. So I've got up here. I've just pitched it up now before I started cooking. I've pitched it up, sat and had a beer before I started doing the cooking and that. Oh, and I do love that Freak tent. It's just, I've had it so long. It's such a lovely old tent. It's just, there's something great about that Phoenix Freak. There really is. Like, it's not as good for 2 of you. You can fit 2 of you in it, no problem. It's a bit cosy. But like tonight, me and Jess would have sat and had a drink and all that. So I wouldn't have bought it with the pair of us, because it'd be a bit small. I was going to bring that Hibby, big porch on it and that. You sit out there and have a drink and everything. Yeah, it'd be great, the Hibby. Whereas you can't do that in that Phoenix Freak. It is like, once you're in it, and you ain't doing a lot. You can sit up in it and cook with 1 person. But with 2 of you, it's a bit small, that Freak. So I wouldn't have bought that up here if she was coming up here. But as she's not, I've ditched the Hibby and bought out the lovely old Phoenix Freak. So as you saw now, I've got Lincolnshire sausages again. So I'm just going to chop these up. And I'm going to chop them up like small. I'm not going to do the whole sausages. I'm going to chop these up into little bits and just throw them in the pan. And like cook them with the onions and the peppers. So I'll just chop them into 3. That's all I'm doing. Just chopping the sausages up into 3 bits. And then I'll just throw them in the pan. Because they're like mixing. They're taking more flavour of all the peppers and all that if you chop them up like this. Whereas if you put them in whole, they'd take longer to cook and all that. If I was doing whole sausages, I would have put them in first. And got them going. Just probably done the sausage with a bit of onion and then added the pepper and all that later. But doing it like this, where I've bunged everything in, if I chop the sausage up like this, the sausage will cook quite quick. So it's alright like this. And it'll be really tasty because the sausages will get all the barbecue flavour in them, all the flavour for the onion and the pepper and the tomato and that. So it's good like this. Chop your little sausages up and then chuck them in a stir fry like that. So that's it. Put the sausages in. So all I've got really to do now is put some bacon in now. So I've just got a packet of bacon. It's the old misshapen bacon that I always use, the bargain bacon. So I've got a big load of bacon now. I have got some more bacon with me for tomorrow and some liver and some other bits for tomorrow. So I'm all geared up with loads of food this weekend. I've got a ton of food to get through. I shall be pigging out tonight. I shall be sitting in my tent in the lovely old Phoenix Freak. I've got my phone fully charged, so I shall have a little bit of tent hunting on eBay later. Got a few beers, hip flask full of rum, cans of Coke chilling over there in a big tub of cold water. Oh, it's going to be lovely tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to have a lovely night tonight. I've got cheese and biscuits, strawberries, got a bar of chocolate, got loads of packets of crisps. God, I've got loads of stuff for tonight. I won't be able to move in the morning. I won't be able to go at the boot fair. I'll be just so full up I won't be able to go. No, I will go because I'm looking forward to what tent I can find up there tomorrow. I love going up the boot fair tent hunting, especially since I've had the channel. It's become like a challenge, isn't it? I'm just showing you the water because I'm washing my hands after handling the meat. I'm going to rinse my knife off as well. So yeah, it's become like a challenge now. Every week I've got to find a tent at the boot fair. And I'm loving it. Last week was the first week it nearly didn't happen. I had sort of given up last week. I'd thought, oh no, I haven't found one. Because I did find one, but then I thought it was sold. And the only other one I found was so heavy I was not carrying it. So I did think last week was going to be a week of no tent. But I didn't. I found one. The one I found early on, it hadn't sold. I found it a bit later. I was just looking in the wrong place for it when I went back to see if I could get it. So hopefully tomorrow we'll find another tent, because I don't want to have a week where I don't find a tent. I want to try and find one every week. And then do the little video on the channel, innit? What I found at the boot fair on Sunday, what old tent I've got. And I am on a bit of a roll so far. I have found some nice ones on the channel. I haven't had a right dodgy old pup yet. One's coming, I know it is, because I've had it too good. Normally, for every like 10 you buy or something like that, 5 you buy, you will get one you wish you hadn't have bought. But since doing the channel, I ain't had the channel that long, but since doing the channel, every week I've been finding them, and so far they've all been pretty good. I haven't had nothing dodgy, or nothing with a big hole in it, or nothing like that. I've had a few with clips broke and different bits, and I had one that was really, really dirty, an old Euro hike tent, but they've all been pretty good for what I've paid for them, and some of them have been really nice for what I've paid for them. So I'm on a bit of a roll, so hopefully tomorrow I'll keep that roll going and find something else. And try and find some other bits as well, because I've been doing like little videos of what other bits I find at the boot fair. Only camping stuff, because I do normally buy myself some bits up there as well. I'm not just going to the boot fair looking for camping stuff. I do get stuff for myself and all that. And other people ask me to get stuff. They say, I want one of these. See if you can find one at the boot fair. So I do sort of hunt all sorts of stuff at the boot fair. Not just looking for camping stuff. So there you go. I've got like 3/4 of my cup full of rice. And I put that in this Helicon pot. And then I put twice the amount of water into rice. So I fill my cup up 3/4 of the way, twice with water. And that is like a good measurement for this Helicon pot, because you need twice as much water to your rice. So obviously I don't know what size pot you've got. You have to sort of work it out. But I know this measurement because I always use this pot for rice. So I do 3/4 of a cup of rice, and then 2 lots of 3/4 of a cup of water, and pour it in there. And then I should just boil it away and never stir it, never touch it. Just let it boil and absorb all that water, and then I will get good rice out of this. Well, hopefully. 9 times out of 10 I'll get good rice. The odd time I forget about it a bit, all the water boils off of it, and it ends up sticking all to the pan. But as long as you keep your eye on it, keep checking it, you shouldn't have no trouble with the rice. Just do not stir it. As soon as you stir rice, you've ruined it. It'll go all gloopy and horrible. So do not touch it. Just let it do its own thing. But make sure you take it off of the stove right at the moment where it's just really got no water left in it. Don't boil it dry. You can sort of tell after you've done it a few times. You'll get a good judge of knowing when to take that rice off. I'll show you at the end of this how mine's looking just before I take it off, and that's like a good one. But obviously I don't know what pot you got, so you need to work out how much rice goes in your pot, or if you got a cup, you might be able to do a whole cup of rice, put it in the pot, 2 cups of water. If your pot's a bit bigger than mine, you might be able to do that. I think my cup is a 420 ml, so I'll do that 3/4 full, and then 2 3/4 cups of water, and that is this pot full of rice at the end, full to the brim of rice. I couldn't do any more. That is it full up, and I think this pot is a 750 ml titanium pot. It's a Helicon pot, titanium pot, nice pot. I've had it a long time, no trouble with it whatsoever. It's a lovely pot. All the titanium stuff I've got, it does last a long time. The only thing I don't really like is the titanium frying pans. They're good on the gas stove, they're alright on the Trangia, but on these Twig stoves, you burn everything in the titanium pan, so they're no good on the Twig stove. They're really not. They just get too hot in the centre where the flames is. They don't spread the heat out. So you end up with a frying pan that's cold round the outside and nothing cooks. And then anything you put in the middle just instantly burns because it's too hot. So I don't really like the titanium frying pans on a Twig stove. They're good on all the other stoves, but not very good on a Twig stove. I prefer a pan with a bit of a thickness to it. And this old wok's alright. This wok works good on these Twig stoves. It's a good one to cooking in, this wok. It's the one I had in my kitchen for years, and then when I bought a new one, I started bringing this one out camping. So it's a bit knackered, but it's a good one on these Twig stoves because you can get so much more in this than a frying pan. And it's not really that heavy. Alright, if you're going ultra light hiking, you are not carrying this wok. But like me coming up here, I can carry this wok quite easy. It's not really heavy, so it's not a problem. I don't mind lugging this wok about because it's worth it, because the amount I could do in it. Because like I thought Jess was up here, I was doing like enough food for 2 people. So the wok's ideal for that because it'll all go in one pan. Whereas the little frying pans I've got, it's hard to do food for 2 people. They're just geared up for me really. I haven't got a big nice frying pan to do food for 2 people. I need to look out for one really. That might be something. If I see one up the boot there, I might get myself a bigger frying pan. And I did have a message about my new stove, right? A good 3 weeks ago, if not longer than that, a month ago maybe. I bought a new stove on Amazon. It's called an Outdoor Outfitters. It's like a gasified stove, like a tower stove. It's only 20 quid. It was half price, special offer. It's normally £40 or £44, something like that. But it was 20 quid with delivery. So I just thought, right, I'm having one of them. It's a titanium one. I thought that'd be alright. So I bought one, 20 quid. And then it had like a couple of days delivery on it or something like that. I think it was 2-day delivery, something like that. But it never turned up. About a week later, I still hadn't got it. So I like messaged the seller thing through the Amazon. Well, I got Jess to do it. She knows more about it than me, using Amazon and that. So Jess went on and she done message through the seller about this stove and all that. And then we got a message back saying there's been a problem with the stove. It has been delayed. Do I want a refund? So we wrote back, no, I don't want a refund. I want the stove. I'm happy to sort of wait a little bit if it is going to turn up. And then yesterday got a message saying your stove will be delivered within the next 5 days. So I should get the Outdoor Outfitter stove next week, really. I thought, I don't know what's happened to it. It just said there's been a problem with it and it was delayed. But now it is coming. So hopefully I'll have a new stove next week. I'll have an Outdoor Outfitters, like gasifier, like a tower stove. And it did look good stove for 20 quid. It looked a nice stove. Bit like the Tokes one. like them tower stoves, isn't it? The gasifiers, all titanium and that. Can't remember the weights top of my head, but it was really light. And like the 3 parts that all packs down together and goes in a little stuff sack. So for 20 quid, should be really nice. Little outdoor outfitter stove. Well, if I actually get it, because it's been about a month now and it's still ain't here. But at least I did get a message saying it's on its way. So hopefully I will get it, innit? Get the old outdoor outfitter's stove. So I've just checked my rice. It is starting to boil, the old rice. One Tigris is going like a good un. Tom Shoe's going like a good un. The stoves are going nicely. I'm not loading them right up, especially this rice stove, because I don't want massive flames in that Tom Shoe, because it'll boil all the water off of the rice too quick and all that. The rice does need a bit of time to cook, so you kind of want to keep whatever stove you put your rice on, try not and get it blazing like there's no tomorrow with a ton of heat coming out, because you will burn your rice like that. You want a bit of flame going in there, a bit of heat coming out of it, keep it boiling, but don't go mad loading it right up, because it will burn your rice. 1 Tigris don't matter with this lot in it. I can load this up as much as I like, really. But I will sort of keep it low. I won't load it right up, because then all that lot in the wok will start cooking too quick before my rice is done. So hopefully I'll time it well on the 2 stoves and it'll all be done at the same time. Hopefully, with a bit of luck it will. No, it should be alright. I'm not doing nothing really difficult. I'm only doing rice and a bit of a stir fry in the old wok. So there ain't that much that can go wrong. Only with the rice. The rice could go wrong. The rice could burn and end up one big sticky gloopy lump of rice if I boil all the water out of it. But hopefully I'll keep eye on it. I know when it's sort of like done the rice, and then it's like you just take it off the pan a little bit, the rice, and leave it on the side for like a minute or two, and it'll absorb the last bit of the water, and then it's good to go. See, that's just started boiling away the rice. So all you need to do is just keep it going like that. Don't touch it, don't stir it. I know it's tempting now, because I've done it myself. Get in there with a fork and have a look, see how the rice is doing. But as soon as you do that, it messes your rice up, so just learn. Do not do that with your rice. Do not touch it, just let it do its own thing. And once you've done it a few times, you'll just learn. If you don't touch it, you leave it alone, and then you just get in the hang of judging when you think it's ready. You'll get good rice all the time, or 9 times out of 10 you will, because rice always goes wrong now and again. It's one of them things. It's easy to cook the rice, but it's easy to mess the rice up as well. So it will go wrong now and again, the rice. Don't care how good a cook you are, you will mess rice up now and again. You just will. And I bet all them top chefs that make the old TV programmes and that, they mess rice up now and again. You just never get to see that on the telly. So don't be disheartened if you do rice and it goes wrong, because it happens to everyone. And just have a few more goes at it. And it's not hard. Once you get the hang of it, rice is a really easy one to cook. And if you're like me and you really like the rice, I love the taste of rice, putting rice with stuff. I have it with everything. It's lovely, the old rice. If you like the old rice, it is a good one to learn how to cook if you're a camper, because it's good to take with you, the rice, and it doesn't go off. You can keep it for ages. It's only light. It fills you up. It's easy to cook. You've only got to put a bit of water with it. Anything goes with it, so it is a really good, like, camping food, the old rice. So it is worth learning how to do it. And if you do it and it goes wrong, just have another go. It doesn't matter, because everyone messes rice up now and again. Rice is just one of them things. Comes out perfect a lot of the time, but then it will just go wrong through no fault of your own. Sometimes rice just does its own thing and goes wrong. It has got a mind of its own, the old rice. So you can see there, that's going lovely, Tom Shoe. That's sort of how you want it for the rice. There's a lot of heat coming out of that, but not tons. So just keep that rice ticking along and boiling nicely. 1 Tigris is going lovely. burning away like a good one, cooking everything in that wok. And you can see now, one Tigris looks good with the fire, doesn't it? That's why I like this one Tigris stove. With that face on it, it is a good looking stove, one Tigris. And I like using it, especially in the dark. When it's dark, that one Tigris stove going like that looks absolutely fantastic compared to other stoves. Like this Tom show, you're looking at it, yeah, it's a good little stove. Looks nice little stove burning away. But then you look at the face on one Tigris. Look how much better it looks just because he's got them eyes. And that feed pot, he's done a little bit like a mouth. It just looks so much better. Just does. I really like this one Tigris stove. I've got better stoves to use than this one Tigris. But I bring this one Tigris out the most and use it because I just like the look of it. I like using it. Alright, it's not the best stove I've got, but I like using it. So I think one Tigris really hit the nail on the head when they designed that stove, because I bet a lot of people out there who've got a little stove collection, if they've got one Tigris in it, I bet they use it a lot because they just like the fact that it's got that face. Especially of a night when you're using it, it looks better than any other stove. It just does. And I know it's only a face, but it just gives the stove a bit of character. One Tigris has definitely got a bit of character, whereas the other stoves just haven't, have they? You look at that Tom show, there's nothing going on with that. It's got no character, it's just a little wood burning stove. But one Tigris, he's smiling away, happy days, burning away like a good one. Look at him, he looks really happy, with his eyes looking at ya. Yeah, I really like that one Tigris stove. I do like it, it's a lovely stove, with loads of character. It's a good one to buy yourself, that one Tigris, because it's not a lot of money and you will have fun using it. And alright, I'm saying it's not the best stove, but it ain't far off some of them best stoves. It really is a good stove, that one Tigris. It really is. Right, some of the stoves are like 5 times the money, even more than that. 5 or 6 times the price of this one Tigris. They're not 5 or 6 times better, they're a tiny little bit better. So them ones that are more money, they're not really worth it. If you're made of money and money doesn't matter, then yeah, they might be worth it. But for the normal person who's camping on a little bit of a budget, looking for a bargain, one Tigris is one of the best stoves to get your hands on for the money. It really is. Because it's not a lot of money, this one Tigris. You see it on Amazon quite a lot. It comes up, special offer. It's about 30 quid. That's for the titanium version. If you wait for that special offer on one Tigris, and it is always on there quite a lot, goes in the special offer, it's about like £30, £27, something like that. For that money, you're not beating a one Tigris Twig stove. You're not. It's just a fantastic stove for that sort of price. And I've had this one a long time. It's never warped. It gets used tons. It never warps. It goes together nice. Alright, it's warped a little bit, but not enough to make it hard to put together. Whereas some stoves I've had them 6 months, and then you got to fight them to try and put them back together. You got to get them out and like bend them back into shape and that before they will go together. I've never done that with this one Tigris. It's always gone together lovely. So it is a good stove, this one Tigris, definitely. So I'll just give my old stir fry a bit more of a stir. And then I'm going to do with this is put some barbecue sauce in it. And then just add a little bit of water to it so the sauce coats everything. And then just cook it down, and maybe if it needs it, add a little bit more water to it. So I get a nice little barbecue sauce going on that lot, which will go nice with the rice. There you go, look, Red's Kansas City barbecue sauce. Nice barbecue sauce this is. Red's Kansas City sauce. So give it a nice big squirt there. Load of barbecue sauce in there. And then I should just add a bit of water to that and mix it all around, and then it will coat everything in the barbecue sauce, so everything will get a nice barbecue flavour. And then if it cooks down too much and starts like losing its sauce, I should just add a bit more water to it near the end, near where I'm going to serve it. Put a little bit more water in there so it gives it a nice bit of sauce, because then it'll go well with the rice. It needs a little bit of sauce with it, putting it with rice, else it'll be dry. But you don't have to use the barbecue sauce like what I have. You could use garlic sauce, piri sauce, use whatever you like really to do this. I'm just using the barbecue sauce because it's what I got with me. You could use tomato sauce, use any sort of sauce really. Put a little bit of water with it, mix it in, coat everything. It'll give you a nice sauce for this stir fry, and a nice sauce for your rice to absorb, and then your rice will get a nice barbecue flavour going on through it as well. Or whatever sauce you've used, the rice will take on that nice flavour. So as you can see there, the old rice is boiling like a good one. And that's all you want to do is just keep it boiling like that. That's not far off done. When it starts going like that with all the little bubbles, there's not that much water left in there now. That's boiling all the water away. So you really just need to keep an eye on that now, because that's not far off where you're going to take it off of the stove and just let it sit for a minute and absorb the last of the water. That's all you want to do with it. So that rice is really not far off being done now. The sausages and the bacon and that in this old stir fry, they're not far off getting done. And as you can see, it's getting a bit darker now. The old night's drawing in because it's quite late. I didn't get up here till late tonight, so I need to hurry up because I'm running out of daylight up here today. Well, there is a bit of light, but there's like trees by me, and where the old sun's gone behind the trees, I am running out of daylight. But I am nearly done, so it's not a problem. It's just getting a bit dark here. Where the sun is setting, it's setting behind the trees. There probably is about another hour's light left, but because of where I am with the trees, I'm losing light fast here. It's getting dark quick. But look, it makes your stoves look better, doesn't it? When it starts getting a bit dark, the old one Tigris comes to life. Even Tom's show looks better when it's dark. They look good, the old Twig stoves in the dark with all the flames going and that. So you don't really sort of notice them so much in the daytime, but over night, when they are all going good, yeah, they look good, the old Twig stoves. So that's done on the rice. If you see how that was, tiny little bubbles going in it. It was like there's hardly any water left in now. So I've took that off and I'll just stand it for a minute. Put the lid on it and it will have just absorbed that last bit of water, so there won't be no water left in there. And when you pour that rice out, it should be good to go. Well, hopefully anyway, it hasn't all stuck together. Hopefully it'll be nice rice. So that's all looking done in there. Barbecued sauce on it all mixed in. I will add a little bit more water to that just to like give it a little bit more sauce before I serve it. And that will be really tasty, that lot all mixed together, all cooked up in the old wok. That'll taste lovely, that will. Especially with a nice bit of rice. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in now, just to like bring that sauce back to life a bit, because it started boiling all the water away from it. So give that a little stir around and everything will be coated in a nice old barbecue sauce. Be very, very tasty, that will. So I'm about done really. I've just got to serve up really. My rice will be done. It's been standing there for a little minute. Got my little camping plate. So let's see how the rice has come out. Let's see if I've done good rice or one big massive lump. No, that's come out lovely. Look at that. See, don't stir it. If you don't stir it, it comes out nice. Well, 9 times out of 10 it comes out nice. If you stir it, it goes wrong, the old rice. So there you go, that's like rice. I never stirred that once, I never touched it. That's how it is, just out of the pot, like that. I've just poured it out. It's absorbed the last bit of the water, and that'll be really nice, fluffy, white rice. Lovely. Doesn't always come out like that. Sometimes you pour it out like that and just end up with one big sticky mess. But it hasn't done that today, it has gone really good. So let's get my old wok out and get all this lot in here. And I've got a load here, because this was going to be, alright, I might have done more rice, but this lot was going to be for me and Jess. But as she ain't here, I'm going to have to eat it all. So I don't mind, because I've got a massive dinner tonight. Look at the signs of that. Yet again, I've got man's camping food. I would have had more than Jess, because she don't eat a lot, but this is her dinner as well, really. Although I might have done more rice, and I might have done a couple of other little bits with it. But as she weren't here, I've just done this. So I am eating her dinner as well. I should let her know that her dinner was very tasty. So there you go. Sausage, bacon, peppers, onion and tomatoes in a barbecued sauce on a bed of rice. Yeah, I'm giving that a thumbs up. That is going to be very, very tasty. Almost looks like a curry, but it is not a curry. It is like a barbecue stir-fry thing. Warrior style. So there you go, that's looking really nice. That's a good one to cook at home because that was easy. You could do that in a frying pan. You don't need to do that on a wok. You could just do that in a frying pan. Bung everything in. Do your rice separate on something else. Put whatever sauce you want on it. And happy days, you will have a tasty dinner. Fit for a king. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you can join me again. See what I'm cooking, pitching, buying or looking at. So I'm off now to sit beside my lovely old Phoenix Freak tent and pig out on my stir fry and rice that should be half Jessie's. So let's go eating Jessie's dinner.